fixed safety management solution is the man for this job. You are welcome, sir. Please, if you are at the exhibition stands, please make your way up to the gallery for a very enticing speech that we're about to hear. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Before I continue, I'd like to say a short story. So, like over a decade ago, while I was in school, a young guy came to school looking for students that could use softwares to bring about his ideas. In my class, I selected 3 of us. Out of the selection, I am like the last person, and that's what has intuned my career since then. Like he said, I got my BSc in architecture, University of Lagos, same as a master in environmental design. But as of today, I don't work completely as an architect. I work as a traffic safety person. I am honored to speak at the Nigerian Institute of Architects, Lagos Architect Forum today. I would like to thank the organizer of this distinguished event. Thank you very much. And I would like to, even though they are not seated now, I would like to give honors to the chairman, Lagos chapter of the Nigerian Institute of Architects, and every other person that needs to be recognized. Without further ado, let me just quickly go, so that I know the time is fast spent. I don't want to take our time too much. I'll just quickly run through what I have to say. The world's population officially hit 8 billion souls as of November 15, 2022. So I'll talk, this is what my slide looks like. And there's a popular slogan for us that does traffic safety. We say white line saves lives. So the world's population officially hit 8 billion souls as of November 15, 2022. And as the world population continues to grow, so does the number of people living in urban areas. With more people comes more traffic. And this can put a significant strain on road transport infrastructure. Congestion, accidents, and delay becomes more common, making it difficult for people to move around efficiently and safely. This map was gotten from the UN organization website. And we can see where Nigeria lies there. Nigeria is like over 200 million people. And because we're talking about Lagos in Nigeria, Lagos is the biggest city in Africa. I think a little bit bigger now than Cairo, with a population of about 20 million people. With the population of Lagos, about 20 million people, out of the 20 million people in Lagos, more than half of 20 million people in Lagos comes out every day on road in Lagos. Do we have enough roads to take everybody at the same time in Lagos? Lagos, as of today, I think we have about 5,000 and something roads in Lagos. 11% of that federal government roads. 52% of that is state government roads, and 18% thereabouts is local government road. Because of the huge population and people still coming into Lagos, they are bound for traffic on the roads, road accidents, and all of that. So that's where we come in, to create a safe road for people to use, not just for people, even goods and services. The world leading cities across the world, like New York, Malaysia, all of them, they still struggle with traffic and congestion and accident on the road. So for a city like Lagos, it is not like it's a bad thing, but we are supposed to learn from those cities. So these cities have also prioritized road safety management to optimize outcomes. For instance, New York City Vision Zero initiative aimed to eliminate traffic fatalities and injuries through a combination of engineering, education, and enforcement measures. Meanwhile, Tokyo has implemented a comprehensive transportation system that integrates various modes of transport, including train, buses, and cycling paths to reduce congestion. The present government watchword or agenda is this. And if we see the first pillar there, talks about traffic management and transportation. And I think they've done quite well thus far. By the blue line is on, that will further reduce congestion, I think by about 250,000 people every day once it gets fully into action. The previous government created BRT, which is a good way of reducing traffic on our roads also. Lagos has been taking steps to improve road safety management, has repeatedly drawn inspiration from the strategies implemented by other leading cities, like I said earlier on, because the cost of managing transport is a lot. Some cities, some countries cannot even afford to do all of that. But of course, they have to learn from the bigger city. So Lagos State in Nigeria is one of the only states that really take cognizance of traffic safety and management solutions in Nigeria. When we talk about traffic safety and management, there are a lot involved in it. Junction improvement, traffic road signs, traffic lights, street lights at night, road markings, and all of that. This picture we can see on this slide is basically on junction improvement. We see up there what Allen Avenue used to look like. It was a total bottleneck because of the roundabout. They took out roundabout and turned into a proper signalized intersection, which has further reduced traffic along that axis. The second example of junction improvement is Lekki, most of the Lekki corridor roundabout. That was the before, and we can see what the after looks like. We all know what that place used to look like before the roundabout was taken out. And it's not now to say that once the junction improvement is done, traffic will not come back. Of course, when development comes, over a period of time, the development serve the purpose. So that's why we need professionals that will keep thinking about how to further increase, to further implement other options that will keep helping us on our roads. Road safety engineers can identify relationship between various road design elements and accident risk and focus on implementation of best practice. Traffic safety in developing city like Lagos faces many obstacles that prevent its improvement. For example, low resources, because in this part of the world, government do not really believe that they need to spend money on petty things like road markings, traffic lights, road signs, and all. But they are very important and integral part of infrastructure. Because a bare road is just there. It's not saying anything to you. You are just on it. It's like a lifeless body. There are potential countermeasures that can be employed, which include the following. Strategic management and planning for casualty reduction, road markings, like I said earlier on, design of traffic calming and speed management scheme, design of pedestrian bridges or crossings, and cycling paths and parking facilities, to mention but a few. I'll take the last part of it. Parking facilities is what we really lack a lot in this part of the world. On a regular working day, if you go maybe to CBD in Ikeja or VI, you see everybody parked on the road. Those are little things that causes backlog of traffic. There's an opportunity for people to come and really invest in like creating a proper parking, multi-level parking spaces or wide open parking spaces. For example, I took the picture up there and made a proposal with the picture down and below it. In this picture, I've been able to create a cycling lane, a pedestrian walk path, the street lights, and a well-marked road. And this is what our cities and road, for Lagos that is an evolving organism, this is where we should aim at to be in maybe another 10, 15 years. We all remember this accident a few weeks or months back, the collision between the train and the BRT bus. In developed world, these things happen also, but not as rampant as it happens here. I said a collision between a train and a BRT bus. What could have been done to avoid this situation? Proper boom barriers, well signalized junction between a rail track and a road, gates, and so many other things that can be done that would have informed the BRT guy from just running straight into, because by the time he gets close to that place and a train is coming, the boom barriers comes down automatically by itself. So it cannot just drive through and cause that kind of accident up there. So like I said, traffic safety management encompasses a lot of things, junction improvement, which I've mentioned, but I would like to really emphasize on road marking as a road safety tool. Some of us see all these white lines on the road and we don't even know what they mean. Every white line that we see on the road has a meaning that it speaks to the road users. But because, like I said, I keep saying in this part of the world, we really do not know about it. I'm sure out of about 36 states in Nigeria, Lagos State is the only state that has so far prioritized to do all of this. And like I said earlier, I said we have over 5,000 roads in 5,000 kilometers, not roads, in Lagos. Out of that, maybe 50, half of it is well marked with proper road infrastructure. So Lagos as an evolving organism, which organism is something that lives and grows. If we really want to achieve the mega city that we claim that we are, we need to have all of this on our roads, because mega cities all over the world, they have infrastructures like this. Road markings are horizontal signs designed to segregate and direct traffic safety and efficiently in a variety of road situations, from high-speed trunk roads and high-volume urban environment to unit rural roads. The use of road marking has grown with the use of vehicles initially as a result of the first National Conference on Street and Highway Safety in Washington. That was in the year 1925. But now, it has now become a major thing. It's a multi-million-dollar international road safety industry that we are not tapping into in this part of the world. Road marking make a vital contribution to safety by clearly defining paths to be followed through hazards, by separating conflicting movements and by directing the road edge on the road, even at night too. If we are conversant, some of us that have seen this, I'm sure that after today, we will try to check all these things. They are not just markings. If you drive through at night, you see that they reflect back to you. Even if there are no street lights on the road, you can be able to pick your path on the road and drive safely. These are some of the road marking jobs that I have done. I said these lines and markings, different type of marking. There are different type of marking: the vertical, horizontal marking, the transverse markings, worded markings, and several others. In these pictures, we can see the vertical markings, the transverse marking, the worded markings. Transverse markings are those ones that really speaks, like the directional arrows that we can see there. The worded stop, which shows at intersection where you are not supposed to drive beyond, for the pedestrian to be able to make use of the pedestrian crossing to the other side. And of course, this is a well-signalized intersection with traffic lights, proper road marking, and street lights. On the other picture there, we have the yellow box. I'm sure if I ask anybody in this hall, maybe a few people will know what the yellow box actually means. It's supposed to be a no-stop area on the road. Ideally, if governments are really put a lot of interest in this, it's even a source of IGR, internally generated revenue for them. Because once you have found parking on the yellow box, you are supposed to be arrested or your vehicle should be impounded. But of course, we don't have all that knowledge in these parts of the world. Because we are in an architectural environment, I tried to, and of course, like I said, I'm an architect also. I tried to bring the two fields together. So I said architecture, education in traffic safety. Of course, we are designers, and they taught us all these things in school: human geometry, space, form, functionality, and aesthetics, all of that. They taught us understanding human behavior and all of that back then in school. Architects' knowledge about human behavior, how it impacts road safety, how people behave on the road, makes architects well suited to design roads, intersections, and public spaces that are better suited to human behavior and reduce the risk of accidents. Architects can also deploy the latest road safety technology into road designs. For example, smart traffic lights, crosswalk, and other technologies that can be used to reduce risk, which is what I do now as an architect. Let me not bore us with all of this. So, design priorities, pedestrian design, transit design priorities, bicycle design priorities, automobile design priorities. All of these are what we as architects even consider when we make our design. So it's not like it's out of context completely. So traffic safety engineering for real estate. Traffic safety engineering is a vital aspect of any evolving city. Real estate developers must prioritize traffic safety within designing their property, Incorporating proper road markings, speed limit signs, and pedestrian walkway can significantly improve the overall safety of an area, of our estate. This will not only benefit property owners, but also increase the value of their investments. That's just a typical design which includes a bicycle lane, two driveways, pedestrian, and all that. And a live example of that is the Lakwe Golf Lake Resort in Lekki also. In conclusion, traffic safety engineering is an important component of every evolving community. Traffic engineers work to create safer communities every day for pedestrians, vehicles, and anything in between. From the road you drive to the path you walk, traffic engineering can help create positive and efficient experience for everyone. For better effectiveness of the aforementioned strategies, safety management needs to be established and multi-directional approach should be considered. I made a note here. How it affects Lagos? How could a transport master plan help Lagos? A new light rail scheme is being developed in Lagos. The first stage of it, the blue line, is out already. An integrated transport system that links road and rail and waterways network together will further decongest our road, because people will be able to travel by train, by the waters, and a few people that would not be able to use the other options will be able to be on the road. A waterway network of ferries making use of the water around Lagos, because one of the speakers yesterday spoke elaborately on the waterways, which is also very important to further decongest and reduce traffic and road casualties in Lagos. Thank you.